That's you ain't got to get a job today money. That's you, I ain't got to do anything today money. And that includes trading at the top of the list. So when you see your setups, are you comfortable with letting those setups go when you're in a position where you have to make money? Think about that now. So you're all in a rush to skip through all the required necessities in learning all about yourself, the difficulties of navigating troubled markets, difficult markets. And you all want to make a lot of money right now because you want to quit your job and you're going to live off of that one big payout. Even a $100,000 payout isn't going to make you consistently profitable and able to quit your job. I promise you, do some work and look at these individuals that made these really big payouts. Some of them have been very honest, and I have a lot of respect for that. They come out and they said, look, I made a lot of money. I got some really big payouts. And then I don't know what's happening. I just can't make any money. I keep failing. I keep failing this. I keep failing that. So what are they feeling? I guarantee you they probably made the change and this is all they're going to do for money. And now they have performance anxiety. And that's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal. That's the expectation that I would have, and anybody else that's been trading with real money for a long period of time. That's what we expect when we see people rushing into live trading with no job. That's the outcome that you expect. But you don't expect that when you're doing it. You expect that, well, fuck this, I ain't got to get a job. And I could just sit around and make shit. If I make $1,000 a day, I'm good. $1,000 a day keeps the job away, right? But funny things happen where all of a sudden you start thinking about, I have to be profitable. And now you've changed the whole dynamic. You have nothing in the bank as a nest egg. You have no fuck you money. You have just what's in your account. And now you must get a job or you must be perfect in your trading. You just now increased the level of difficulty in trading to ludicrous levels. You have made trading so much more difficult than it needs to be. And that battlefield that's in between your ears, inside your mind right now, your head's going to swirl. You're going to be anxious. You're going to lose sleep. Your health's going to deplete. You're not going to want to go to the gym. You're not going to want to exercise. If you're in a relationship, it's going to suffer. You're going to gain weight. You're going to lose weight. You're not going to be in the right state of mind. And you're going to be doing the same thing every day that does nothing that improves your financial position. In fact, it's going to be the opposite. What did you do wrong? You didn't fucking listen. You didn't prepare for success. You didn't build a nest egg. You didn't get 2 years of living expenses. You didn't have adequate funding for trading. And you rushed into wanting to quit your fucking job. Your job right now is necessary. It's a necessary evil. Manage Carl how you need to manage Carl. Don't get fired. Don't create more drama for yourself. Drama makes trading harder. Income-based trading is harder than speculative trading while you're making your bread with a job. It's easy to take that next trade when you have a job. Even though you hate the job, it's easy to take that next trade, even if it was a losing trade. Because what are you thinking? If I blow out, all I got to do is pay for another reset. But you are not going to think that way when you're trading for a living. And you don't have a nest egg of 2 years of living expenses. And you're not properly funded. You're not going to think that at all. You're like, fuck. I mean, I need to make some money. And you're going to take big risks. I'm going to do 15 accounts linked together. And I'm going to do 15 contracts, and I'm going to try to just get a big payout. I need to pad my pockets out. That's wrong too. That's stupid thinking. That's toxic thinking. That's financially illiterate. That's someone that has no idea what the fuck they're doing with money. And you're making it harder for yourself. So you absolutely have to defer that want for trading for a living. Do you think that you're not trading for a living when you're working your job and you're building up a nest egg of $100,000 or more? That's trading for a living. You're trading for a better living later. It's your perspective that's all fucked up. What, you were making money while you have the job. What are you in a rush to leave the job for? Ego, pomp, control over your own time. I get it. I get that. But use it as your sure footing right now. That's your meal ticket for making your ends meet, because that's what you have right now as a job. But build up. Build up You Incorporated until your corporation, you are doing so much more than just duplicating your salary or doubling it. Like, you need to be comfortable that you can far outpace what you have done as a yearly income on a consistent basis. Because if you can have output like that, when you are properly funded with 2 years of fuck you money, and you have a well properly funded account, and you have a skill set that you didn't rush that skill set into, it's going to be performance anxiety place over top, because you now need to make money, because your job is no longer your breadwinner. It's your trading profitably is your breadwinner. You now just increased the level of difficulty higher than it needs to be. But if your output, while you're not emotionally driven to trade, you're not trying to trade every single day, you can recognize when the market's likely to be more problematic. So you're going to be highly selective, and you know how to manage money, and you know how to parlay your money. That means let the heavy lifting of compound interest do it all. You're never increasing your risk. If you start with your parameter at, I'm never going to risk more than 0.5%. I'm never going to risk more than 1%. As your equity increases, you're going to control more contracts or lots if you're trading forex. But the percentage basis of what you're taking on as risk is never increasing percentage-wise. But because the new equity allows and affords you to be able to trade larger, you're still taking the same measured percentage risk. It's never increasing. But you need to subscribe to whatever that is initially and live there. When you start trading with your own money for a living, start with a low threshold. And I'm telling you, the better traders are going to be trading with less than 1%. But I can't get rich. Man, go fuck yourself in your ignorance. You have no idea what you're talking about. Math, rudimentary math escapes you if you think you can't get rich trading with 1.5, 1/2 of 1%. It doesn't matter what you start with. The consistency model is it's important. And as you make more money, that compounding effect literally starts to send the market equity curve through the roof. And here's the thing. If you live below your means for 5 years in that condition, you allow yourself to build a huge net worth. If you're making lots of money and you're going out there and throwing it away in diminishing assets, which are really liabilities, buying cars, okay? Buying cars, buying toys, when that money could be put into interest-bearing vehicles, that's financial illiteracy too. If you're financially illiterate, you can make a lot of money and be broke real fast. And there's a few of them on social media right now that it's going to be a wonderful case study to see him right back in a poorhouse. and they can't even see it coming. But they're going to smile on the camera and say, "You can't take it with you." They can't take it with them, but they can't hold on to it either. New money rarely holds on to money. It just happens like that. And I'm teaching you as a student and as my son, Caleb, you see what I do with my money. I could afford a whole lot more stuff. I could be doing all kinds of stupid shit. But that's not what financially literate people do. I love the peace of mind knowing that I don't have to do a fucking thing ever. Ever, 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 ever. And I'm loaded. I have money making money for me. And I don't need to trade. Ever. 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 I don't need to make mentorships and sell them. I don't need to make YouTube videos for ad revenue. I don't need to do shit. I'm set. You're not. But I'm telling you how to get there. And I'm talking to you in a manner that's not monetized. I'm giving you my time because I got lots of it. I got lots of free time. I got lots of free fucking time. And that's what this type of lifestyle gives you. It gives you more time, so that way you can be more discretionary with your time. Now, if I was working and I needed to make money, you would never get my fucking time, because I wouldn't have much to give to you. I have a lot of free time. So I make allowances for things like this as a teacher, as a mentor, and it's not monetized. In my mind, it's monetized because I know that what I'm telling you is valuable, because I would have loved to have this given to me. I would have loved to have someone cheerlead me and tell me, how should I be thinking about money? How should I be thinking about how I make money? How should I be thinking about myself as a corporate entity? How can I enterprise myself, so that way when I spend money, everything I spend is tax write-off, and I diminish my taxable income, instead of saying, I'm gonna have a really good paying job. Fuck your high paying job. When you buy gas and you buy food and you travel, you're paying all that fee, and you're still paying the income taxes based on what you made in income. I'm not doing that. I'm paying less taxes than these people that make lots of money in their professional careers. I'm paying less taxes than them. I'm being paid to go on vacation. I'm being paid to go out to fine restaurants and eat dinner and invite family members and talk about business for 5 minutes, and then I'm done. Hey, how's business? How's trading? How's this? How's that? Talk about it for a few minutes, bop, bop, bing, there it is. It's a write-off. If I have something catered, it's 100% write-off. When you have a function for your family, you can't write that off. It's just coming out of your pocket, because you're financially illiterate. Most people are not told these things. They're not taught. They're not aware that there's a way that you can live your life as a corporate entity. You're an enterprise. When you live differently like that, everything you do, you're rewarded with having to pay a less tax bill, because you're spending the money. Well, when you have a job and you have more money, than most people, because you have a high paying job, yeah, you're spending money too. Most people do. They like to keep up with the Joneses, the expression is, trying to live up to the expectations of looking equal, if not better, than your neighbors. There ain't nobody in my fucking neighborhood's got as much money as I got. None of them. And I'm not trying to keep up with anybody. I'm content. I spend most of my days in pajamas, walking around in my house, doing what the fuck I want to do, being introverted. I'm an introvert. I'm not a person that runs around and tries to get attention. I don't care what people see me have or what they think I should have. I'm comfortable in my own skin. Some of you aren't going to be like that. Some of you want to be extroverts. You want to be out there in everybody's face with what you're going to do. It's you. That's not me. My son Caleb is like me. He's introverted. He's not real talkative. You can clearly hear that. The boy has been celibate his entire life. He's had girlfriends, but he's been celibate. He's not been with anyone yet, by choice, because he wants that one person that he feels connected to. So there's a lot of characteristics that I have that he has. And I'm trying to do the best I can as his dad, knowing how I hurt myself as a young man when I started making lots of money. I'm trying to prepare him, because if he sees lots of money fall into his hands by his own efforts, I don't want to see him change for the worse. And money tends to do that. Money tends to corrupt, twist up, and change the perspective of wholesomeness to that of ego, pomp, arrogance, self-centeredness, and desire to be looked up to and worshipped. And that's all the characteristics I adopted as a 20-year-old when I started making money. I would have been a menace on social media back then. Like, it would have been nuts. And that's the things I don't like about myself. I don't like those things. And I can tap into that sometimes to get things all stirred up, to get people paying attention and draw more people to the channel or to this Twitter space stuff. And I can teach them. And then I get new testimonies of how, wow, I didn't believe in you in the beginning, and I challenged this whole notion of what you think is making the markets go up and down, and now I'm convinced of it, and here's my payouts I just made. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Wonderful. No mentorship fees paid. No worship, no handshaking and glad handing in public. Not necessary. I want to invest in all of you, and I want to see what you do with it. That's what this is. That's the economy here. You don't pay me. If you find something of value, just tell me thank you. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's it. And then show me what you did with it. And if it's a fucking car or a house, whatever, man. I'm not interested in that. I want to see I helped this family. I helped my family members do this. I paid their mortgage off. They would have never been able to do this. They're making barely ends meet. And now I just removed the highest bill for them by paying off their mortgage. Wonderful. How wonderful. How absolutely wonderful for you to be a blessing like that for other people. And when you do stuff like that, it makes you feel good. If it makes you feel good, do it. Because you're helping other people and you're encouraging them. And that is the best reward that you could ever give me, or payment. I get all the time people in the comment section, I don't know why you're doing this for free, but I wish I could figure out how I could repay you. I just told you how to do it. Simply just say thank you and then use the skill set to help other people. That doesn't mean start a mentorship and make money off them. I'm helping them by teaching them. Why? Why the fuck are you in business with ICT concepts as a mentorship when I have it for free? You're not helping people. You're fleecing people. Helping people would be make money and say, find somebody in your neighborhood that needs something. They got one income, a child that's probably ill, and they just lost their vehicle. And they don't know how the hell they're going to get a car to replace it. So that way that one breadwinner can get back and forth to work, and you buy them a car. That's not you buying a car. That's you helping them meet a need. I weep when I see stuff like that. When testimonies are shared like that with me, I love that. Because that's you doing what I was hoping people would do with this. I am not impressed when people sit there and flaunt, yeah, I got this, look where I'm living at now, and they're walking around their fucking videos, walk around and panning their phone around so they can see where they're at. That is disgusting to me. I'm repulsed by that shit. I don't give a fuck about what you own, what you have, and what you can afford, because I can buy and sell everything you have. I don't do those things, and I could. If anybody in this fucking community can do that, I can, and I don't do those things. I don't live my life like that, and I'm not impressed by other people that do that, and you shouldn't be impressed by it either. But principle-oriented people that find ways to invest in other people so that way they can help other people up, that's what it's all about. That's what this is about. How you can impact someone else's life for the better from what you have acquired by learning how to do this. It's easy to help other people when you have lots of money. And it feels good doing it. It feels good doing it. You encourage someone. Imagine all the toxicity that's on social media. I'm saying this when I'm done. All the toxicity that comes out of everybody's fucking posts with their mouths, they're in video and audio, that they're trying to tear down somebody else. They're always trying to tear somebody else down. Always. Social media is that's what it's for. Division. How often do you see people on social media looking towards helping lift up, encourage one another? That ain't happening in trading. Not in trading by far and large. It happens in our community. But outside of it, it's too competitive. Nobody can shine because the weak-minded little dick guys, they get all bent out of shape. I'm not getting any attention. I'm not getting any attention. Somebody found some recognition over here, and I got to get involved in that with some kind of drama bullshit.